The following sports presentation is brought to you by the PCTV Network, powered by TELUS Vision, your hometown station. We're home for you.
It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. PCTV Network, your hometown station. We're home for you. That's our slogan, but I dare jest. And it's the truth, and it fits best. The PCTV Network, your number one source for local sports, with your favorite hosts, Bernie, Dave, Al, and Scott. The PCTV Network, we're home for you. It's more than a slogan, it's all true. Local programming, stream 24/7, the PCTV Network. It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. Check out channels 22, 28, and 98. Tune in, it's sure to be great. The PCTVnetwork.com, The PCTVnetwork.com, The PCTVnetwork.com, Make sure you support PCTV Network, PCTVnetwork.com, your hometown station.
Welcome to the 2025 Tri-County Swim League A Champs here at Nine Oaks Swim Club, brought to you by PCTV Network. I'm Jim Melward. With me is Mike Hones. And Mike, it's fitting that in a year when we've been dealing with all kinds of, well, let me put it this way. Summer swim, you're always at the mercy of Mother Nature, but this year's one for the record books, and no surprise, we're dealing with concerns about storms once again here tonight.
Yeah, you know, Jim, it's really funny. This has been probably the most interesting summer swim league I've had here at the Tri-County and the league I swam in when I was a kid. We had tornado watches. Pretty much every swim meet that Skipback was involved with, which is the team that my daughter swims for, we had some sort of delay. So it's been crazy. So yes, like you said, it makes total sense for us to be dealing with weather today. So hopefully we'll get it in. We'll see.
And across the league, we can't say enough for parents who were able to work through all the scheduling headaches, coaches, and especially the team managers who were able to figure out how to get the kids in the pool, how to get these meets to happen. So thank you to everyone who helped this work. And Mike, all that said, this is a fun day. This is a great meet. Talk about what you're hoping to see here.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, the championships is the best part of the season, in my opinion, because it's an opportunity for the kids to swim their events one last time. And I think that the way that the league lays it out with, they have the seniors, which is the 14s and the 18s. They swam on Saturday, and that went really well. Today we have our A-Champs, which is the 8s, 10s, and 12s. And the A-Champs tends to be the swimmers that are at the top of their events. So this one tends to be a really fast meet. So I'm really looking forward to seeing, how things play out. And then in particular, one of the things I like to keep an eye on is the relays. It being champs, normally throughout the course of the season, the relays are the same. But with champs, the swimmers get a chance to choose what they want to swim. Sometimes they don't want to do the relay. Sometimes they want to do 3 individual events. So it tends to mix things up a little bit. So sometimes you have a relay that comes out of nowhere. And I always love that, when the kid comes out of nowhere or the team comes out of nowhere and surprises everyone. And that's really what makes this event so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us, and we're looking forward to a great meet here today.
At O'Donnell, Weiss, and Matei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Business law is complex because it's easy to make costly mistakes.
OWM is able to handle any area of law that a business or individual in our community needs.
We are the ones who are uniquely talented and uniquely positioned to do that for your benefit. That's what drives me to come to work every day.
OWM Law.
Your life,
Your business, your law firm.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day. With homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
And here we go. We're going to start off with Event 1, the boys 11-12 200-meter medley relay. In lane 2, closest to the camera, we have North End with Rulestone, Munley, Greco, and Rivera. Lane 3 next to them, Bellwood with Gross, Grube, Reber, and Smith. Lane 4, second from the top on your screen, is Hillside, Wagonseller, Lori, Marziuk, Oman. And then in lane 5, we have Laurelwood, Stolzfus, Sabo, Cloutier, Parada. As the swimmers enter the water, Mike, what are we looking for here?
Well, one of the things is, for those of you that typically are involved with swimming, you realize that this is a little out of order. We got the boys 11-12 going first, and the reason why that is because some of the boys have to swim in the IM, which is the first individual event. One of the big things you want to think about with the medley, in particular in backstroke, is making sure that you have a good turn. Summer swimming and being outside, a little bit difficult with those turns. It looks like the guys coming in here are doing a nice job. Lane 5, a little questionable, but for the most part, they look pretty good. Looks like in lane 3, we have Bellwood's Gross with about a body length lead. Coming up for Bellwood, the second, we've got Ty Grooves going to be swimming the breaststroke leg. In lane 4, we have Lori for Hillside. In lane 2, we have Munley for North End. And then coming in lane 5 for Laurelwood, we have Sabo for breaststroke. One of the big things to look for in the breaststroke leg is the pull out off the turn. So we got lane 3 coming in here. Nice turn. Going to try to take advantage of the pull out off the wall. So you want to take advantage of the pull out. Lane 3 again, nice commanding lead here. In lane 3 for Bellwood will be Reber swimming in the butterfly leg. And then in lane 2 for North End, we'll have Greco coming up. Lane 4 for Hillside will be Marta Sayak. And then lane 5 for Laurelwood, we'll have Cloutier for the butterfly leg. Bellwood's Reber with a nice commanding lead. We got a nice race going on between lanes 4 and lane 5. Lane 4 for Hillside, we have Marta Sayak. Lane 5 for Laurelwood, we have Cloutier. Both of these guys are keeping it pretty tight. Lane 2 for North End with Greco seems to be making a little bit of a push towards lane 3. And both 4 and 5 are making a push towards lane 2. So we got things tightening up here on the back end of this race. Now for lane 3 for Bellwood, we'll have Smith coming in for the freestyle length. And then we've got everything's really tightened up here on the back end. In lane 4 for Hillside, we'll have Omen. Lane 5 for Laurelwood, we'll have Parada. And in lane 2 for North End, we'll have Rivera. We'll see what happens with this freestyle length, but everything's real close. And then for Hillside, we have Omen, a commanding lead here. We'll be bringing it in for first place here, and then we'll be watching to see what happens between North End, Hillside, and Laurelwood for second and third. All right, so now the key here, Jim, is from the flags in, what do you think they should not do?
Breathe.
Exactly. Let's see what happens here.
We used to get kickboards thrown at us.
Yeah,
If we did that, but those were the old days. All right, we're moving on to event 2. This is the girls 11-12 200-meter medley relay. Lane 1, bottom of your screen, Hillside, Campbell, Yetter, Koch, Sharp. Lane 2, North End, Witzel, Malone, Herbine, Kalichik. Lane 3, Nine Oaks, Zukarev, Washburn, First, Kanin. Lane 4, also Nine Oaks, Friel, Graham, Houtzel, and Carpenter. Lane 5, Skipak, Sutton, Gordon, Ryan. And in lane 6 for Laurelwood, top of your screen, Hauk, Krop, Chioski, Huggins.
All right, so we got the 11-12 200-meter medley relay. Again, as I said before, the backstroke turns are huge because doing the backstroke turn outside is a little bit more difficult because you got to use the ceiling, you got to use your stroke count, so it's important to pay attention to those backstroke turns. Right now in lane 3 for 9X, we have a nice commanding lead with Zukarev, who's going to be passing it off to Washburn. We got a little outside smoke in lane 6 here with Laurelwood.
You got to love that Nine Oaks has 2 relays on the inside lanes. That just shows the depth of Nine Oaks this year.
Yeah, strong age group for Nine Oaks this year for sure. Now let's take a look at the turns here. A lot of times breaststrokers and butterflies can make big jumps with their turns, especially breaststrokers with that pull out. Yeah, lane 2 had a nice pull out. Gained a little bit of distance, closing in on lane 6. All right, now we got the butterfly leg for Nine Oaks. In lane 4, we have Hosel, and in lane 3, we have First. Lane 2, for North End, we have Herbine. Now, again, coming off the turns is what I want everybody to take a look at. The turns are huge, particularly with the butterfly and that strong kick. If you're someone that has a strong kick, that butterfly turn and that underwater kick can really help you pick up some distance. Lane 6 with the outside smoke still holding on to second place, but lane 2 is making it interesting.
I say this all the time. It is amazing to watch people who are good at butterfly, how easy they make it look, and it's anything but easy.
I know. It really is one of those strokes where it's beautiful to watch, but not beautiful to swim. All right, so lane 1 making a move here. Lane 6 still has a commanding second place lead, but I would keep an eye out on lane 1 and lane 2 because they're making some moves. Lane 3 is going to take first for Nine Oaks. Looks like lane 6 is going to pull out second place, but we got a real close one between lane 1 and lane 2.
Look at lane 6. Lane 6 gets set. Laurelwood, second place.
All right.
And we have a weird angle. I'm going to say North End touched out Hillside for that, but we'll see the official results. Moving on, event 3, boys 9-10, 100-meter medley relay. One length of the pool for each swimmer. In lane 2, Nine Oaks, Gillespie, Schaefer, Stover, McNamara. Lane 4, Nine Oaks also.
Couple minutes.
Keaveney, Washburn, Springwell, and Bieber.
Yeah.
Heat 1 of 2.
Okay, so the difference between these two events is now these are just 25s as opposed to 50s because we got the younger guys going on here. And this is just an all-out sprint. I love the relays for the little guys because it's a 25 and it's just all out. Leave it all in the pool. One of the things you're going to notice is that the kids are starting in the water on the far end of the pool. The reason for that is not all pools in the Tri-County are deep enough for the swimmers to be able to swim in or dive in on both sides. So for safety purposes, the swimmers are going to start in the water when they start on the opposite end of the pool. We've got an all Nine Oaks event here.
And you know, that's one of those things. We realized that as we got older that maybe it's not a good idea for kids to be jumping into 4 feet of water like we used to and didn't even think twice about it.
I was just going to say, I think the pool I swam in was 3'6", and we were diving into it.
Much smarter, especially as a parent. I'm very appreciative they go off the wall now.
All right, so Nine Oaks is coming in lane 4, sends off the freestyler, who is Bieber, and then in lane 2 for Nine Oaks again, we have Stover for butterfly that's bringing it into McNamara. And it looks like Nine Oaks is going to take first place in lane 4.
I bet you Nine Oaks gets second place.
You
too.
think?
Yeah.
If I was a betting man.
Let's take a look at Heat 2 of Event 3, the boys 9-10 100-meter medley relay. In lane 2, we have Hillside, Levy, Lowry, Krisky, Landis. Lane 3, Nine Oaks, Devlin, Murrow, Strauss, Shishkov. Lane 4, Laurelwood, Fussman, List, Dolga, Metz. Lane 5, Bellwood, Smith, Gross, Horstman, Hostetler. And in lane 6, top of your screen, DeMarco, Pipkin, Wenzel, Miller.
Okay, so looks like lane 3's got a little bit of a lead here. We got a cluster in lanes 4, 5, and 6. Let's see how these breaststrokers do with their starts. I know I keep talking about the pull-out, but that pull-out is such a big part of breaststroke.
Go, Jack, go! Go, Jack,
All right, so lane 2 for Hillside is making a little bit of a move here. We still have a cluster in lane 4, 5, and 6 with Laurelwood, Bellwood, and North End. Butterfly leg for Nine Oaks has just entered the pool with Strauss. A commanding lead in lane 3. Lane 2 has a solid lead for second place with lanes 4 and 5 making a push. So in lane 4, we have Dolga. In lane 5, we have Horseman, and those two are really battling it out for third place here. And coming up on lane 2, we're going to have a nice finish here going on between lanes 2, 4, and 5. Right now, we got Hostetler in lane 5, who's pulling away, but lane 4's Metz is coming in there. Again, let's see what happens from the flags in. No breathing always helps out, and I'm going to make the call at lane 4.
That was tight, but I think you got it there.
Yeah, that was tight. Great finish. Some exciting races already.
Yeah, great races. And here we are going on to event 4, 2 heats of the girls 9-10 100-meter medley relay. Heat 1 has Nine Oaks closest to the camera in lane 2. Flocka, Dansbury, Plapoli, Mason. Lane 3, Skipback, Agnesani, Chain, Engel, Kowalski. Lane 4, Laurelwood, Carey, Turner, Kropp, and Shiren.
All right, good start by all 3 swimmers. Lane 4 clearly had the better start of the 3. About a body length's lead over lane 3 and about a half a body length for lane 3 over 2. So we got the breaststroke leg. Again, want to take a look at those pullouts, see how we do here. Lane 3 for Skipback had a really nice pull out there. And you can see how she pulled away from lane 2. You're starting to make a little bit of move on lane 4. She's really making a push. I think that's Chain for Skipback.
Yeah, and you can see that glide she gets off the kick.
Nice looking breaststroke. All right, we got our butterfly for lanes 4 and 3. Angle for Skipback has really got a beautiful butterfly, and she's really pushing it.
You know, one of the challenges when you're looking at relays in a year like this where you have rescheduling and meets getting canceled is you might not be able to get your relay together that often.
Yeah.
So, you know, to get a time for champs could be a little tricky.
All right, so Skipback's going to take first place. Laurelwood's going to take second. And Nine Oaks is going to bring up third place. And yeah, you know, it's interesting, you know, because I coached in this league for such a long time. And, you know, champs is such a fun time for the kids to be able to swim. It's their last opportunity. And sometimes, you know, like you said, the relays, it can be really difficult trying to figure out who to put in there because sometimes the relay's not there. So you're pulling random kids. And sometimes that works out for the better.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
which is,
give some other kids an opportunity to get a taste of that.
Yeah, which is such, you know, the fun part of summer swimming.
So as we go off here in Heat 2 of 2 for the girls 9-10 100-meter medley relay. In lane 2, North End, Kelisic, Malone, Hernandez, Catalano. Lane 3 is Nine Oaks, Devlin, Farrell, Patel, Fletcher. Lane 4, Bellwood, Haddad, Frayne, Bodenstab, and McCormick. And lane 5, Hillside, Metry, Robertson, Oman, Koch.
All right, we got a really close one going on here, Jim. The breaststroke leg, everybody's pretty much neck and neck. The start here, the transition from breaststroke to butterfly, the start's going to be key here for these guys.
And, you know, breaststroke's one of those interesting strokes where you can't do it faster to go faster.
Yeah, right.
You still need the technique.
Yeah. All right, so lane 3 with a great start, a good kick underwater, and coming up really.
That's Rashi Patel, another beautiful butterfly.
Lane 5 is keeping things interesting for lane 3 as well. We're going to have a nice finish here.
This is a great race. Chloe Fletcher bringing it home.
Lane 5 is making a push, but it's a little too late. But
Kaya Kutz
nice
just
finish.
needed a couple more meters there.
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
race.
she really made a push
Fantastic
at the
race.
end. Nice job. Nice job by the girls.
Now we move on to Event 5, boys 8 and under 100 meter medley relay. In lane 1, closest to your screen, Laurelwood, Lawrence, Metz, Curtis, Thompson. Lane 2, Skipback, Miniscalco, Kajalski, Sands, Ford. Lane 3, Nine Oaks, Froman, Devlin, Regal. Lane 4, Hillside, Hobbins, Krotulski, Bilger, Oman. Lane 5, Bellwood, McCormick, Beauchart, Tiver, Hobbs. And I got to tell you, Mike, I love when you see what we have in lane 3 with the Devlin having siblings on the same relay.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It took the words right out of my mouth. I love seeing that. As soon as you were announcing that, I'm like, that is so cool. All right, 8 and under boys. Everybody's real tight with the backstroke. Backstroke to breaststroke will be really huge to see these exchanges. It's always interesting with the little guys, too, because you never know what you're going to get.
You see the coaches actually holding the hand on their head.
Exactly. Did that numerous times when I was coaching.
And you may have seen in backstroke in lane 4, the swimmer was hitting the lane line, which, explain that rule, because you can touch the lane line, but you could be disqualified if you use that to your advantage.
Right, so you're allowed to touch the lane line, but if you use the lane line to push yourself forward, then that would be considered disqualification. So if you bump into it, even if your hand grabs it, if you don't pull yourself forward, then you're okay. But that's the tricky part, because as soon as you grab it, what do you want to do? You know? All right, we got a nice race going on here. Lane 3 with a little bit of a lead, but it looks like lane 5 is making a push. So Bellwoods Tiver is making a push on Devlin in lane 3. We're going to have a close one for the finish here. All right, so lane 5 we have Hobbs. Lane 3 we have Regal. Lane 2 we have Ford. Lane 4 we have Oman. And then in lane 1 we have Thompson. Lane 2 and 3 really tight. Lane 2 making a push.
Lane 2.
Yeah.
Really gaining ground there. Nice swim by Ford.
All right, fantastic job by the boys.
Now we head to event 6, the girls 8 and under 100 meter medley relay. One heat in lane 2, Nine Oaks, Stansberry, Palapoli, Luke, Gillespie. Lane 3, Skipback, Cooper, Kowalski, Grinnell, Clementoni. Lane 4, Hillside, Campbell, Mason, Smith, Christie. And in lane 5, Laurelwood, Yorgi, Chikoski, Kenny, and Shiren.
Okay, so good starts across the board for all backstrokers. Lane 3 with about a head, maybe. Oh, there she goes. What's
so
she?
hard outdoors when you don't have a ceiling or anything.
Exactly.
A day like this when the clouds are moving, so hard to sight.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to get your count. And what we mean by the count is the distance between the flags and the wall. You want to count how many strokes it takes you to get from the flags to the wall. That helps with your finish, and that helps with your turn. So a good backstroker always knows their count. So when you hear a backstroker say, "Did you get your count?" That's what they're talking about. All right, now for lane 3, for skipback, we've got Kowalski, who has got about a body length lead over lane 2 for Nine Oaks, which is Palapoli.
These kids amaze me. The 8 and unders just amaze me. Their technique is fantastic for an 8-year-old. I'm 50. I swam on my life, and I still can't do butterfly.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where, like you were saying, like, it is such a beautiful stroke when it's swam well, but doing it right is so hard. So my hat's off to anybody that can swim butterfly.
And doing it wrong is miserable.
Yeah. All right, we got a close one between lanes 2 and lane 3 here. We got Skipback, Nine Oaks. Big rivalry during the regular season, so no different here during the championships as well.
This one's going to be tight.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be able to call it from our angle.
Clementoni and Gillespie. I'm going to go with lane 3 on that one.
Think so?
That was close, though. That was close. I'll be curious to see how they call it. And then in lane 4 for Hillside, we have Kriski. And then in lane 5 for Laurelwood, Shiren.
Now this brings us to our first individual event of the day. As Mike mentioned, they switched the order of the relays, so any of the boys swim in the IM can get a little breath before they get in. That's where we are now. Event 7, only one heat, only 2 swimmers. This is the 11-12 100-meter individual medley. Lane 3, closest to the bottom of your screen, is from Hillside, Timur Martiuk. And in lane 4, top of your screen, is Bellwood's Lucas Gross.
The IM is just an incredible race. And I have to give these two guys credit. This is a one-on-one, mano a mano. Everybody's watching. This is an intense race.
And it really does test your ability to swim every stroke.
Oh, for sure. And you'll see flip-flops in this race all the time. Looks like they're going to be pretty close to neck and neck going into the breaststroke, which tends to be the weak leg for a lot of people. If you're strong at breaststroke, it can be a real advantage for you. Looks like lane 3 is making a little bit of a push.
Again, you look at that glide off the kick. That's the key to breaststroke, is really having those strong legs.
And 2 very different looking strokes.
Right, yeah.
Clearly lane 3 has a lot of up and down to his stroke. All right, here we go. Looks like lane 3 is making a push here on lane 4. And this is what I'm talking about with that flip-flop. All right, this is going to be close from
Gross
the
is making it, or Martiuk's making it a race.
Oh.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I'm not even about to call that.
Yeah.
What a race. Good job, gentlemen.
Yeah, fantastic job, fellas.
Moving on to event 8, girls 11-12 100-meter individual medley. Again, one heat, 3 swimmers for the girls. In lane 2, bottom of your screen, from Laurelwood, we have Evelyn Jakoski. Lane 3 from Nine Oaks, Stella Rose first. And in lane 4, top of your screen from Nine Oaks, Alexis Sukharev.
All right, so pretty even on the first leg. Transitioning into the backstroke will be interesting. So lane 4 seems to be pulling away a little bit here. Got about half a body length against her teammate in lane 3. But lane 2, Tchaikovsky for Laurelwood making a little bit of a move here. Still a pretty close race.
And like you said, breaststroke is always, when you have the really powerful swimmers, usually breaststroke isn't their forte. I say usually. Obviously, there's differences, but usually it's not breaststroke that you see them.
First is clearly a breaststroker, and she's making a good push.
Absolutely.
It looks like we're going to be looking at a tie race going into the freestyle leg here. All right.
Freestyle sprint.
Let's see how we go.
2 good turns, 2 good...
2 teammates.
And you got to love that when you have the inter-team rivalry, the healthy competition. Stella Rose cruising. Great race.
Yeah, great finish. Great finish. Again, the little things can take you so far.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens, and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
And welcome back to beautiful Nine Oaks in Collegeville, Pennsylvania for the 2025 Tri-County A-Champs continuation. I would say it fits in perfectly with how the swim season has gone so far with a weather interruption. But we are back now. It is Wednesday, and we are going to continue at event number 15. But because of all the crazy changes with all the crazy weather, we also have a change in some of the people that are involved with the broadcast. Jim kindly stepped up to the plate, and he is now the lead official for the event. And we have Patrick Boker sitting next to me, and he's going to be doing the play-by-play for today and get us started with our next event. Patrick, take it away.
We'll be picking up with Heat 5 of 5 for Event 15, boys 8 and under 25-meter backstroke. In Lane 1 is Ben McCormick from Bellwood. Lane 2, Elliot Curtis from Warwood. Lane 3, Landon Devlin from Nine Oaks. Lane 4, Maze Boschart from Bellwood, and in Lane 5 is Daniel Bilger from Hillside.
All right, excellent. Yeah, one of the things I really enjoy with the backstroke, in particular with the little guys, is watching the finish. I mean, it's important when you're coaching to make sure that they get their stroke count, but it takes a long time for those little guys to figure out what exactly stroke count means. So,
and coach to coach, when you go ask a kid right before the race, what is their stroke count, and they ask, what is a stroke count?
Yeah.
You get a little nervous.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But that, again, is what makes it so fun. So let's see how these guys do. Looks like we got a pretty heavy favorite in Lane 3 with Landon Devlin. But then again, with the younger guys, you never know. All right, so good start by all 5 of them. Landon Devlin in Lane 3 has the lead right now, so it looks like we're going to be battling it out for a second and third place here. We got a good race going on between lanes 4 and 5 with Boschart and Bilger.
Also with backstroke, you have to make sure they're not pulling on the lane lines.
Yeah, that's a big one, particularly for the younger guys. All right, so it looks like we got lanes 3, 4, 5, 2, and 1. So congratulations to Landon Devlin.
On to event 16, girls 8 and under 25-meter backstroke. In lane 1, we have Madeline Gillespie from Nine Oaks. Lane 2, Cecilia Palapoli from Nine Oaks. Emily Morris in lane 3 from Skippack. Maddie Green now from Skippack as well in lane 4. And Tess Dansbury in lane 5 from Nine Oaks.
Yeah, this is one of those exciting ones where we have all Skippack and Nine Oaks. It's a big rivalry regular season, and it's actually what came down to the championship this year. So this is always an exciting kind of race. Looks like we got Emily Morris in lane 3 with about a body length lead against everybody else. Lanes 4 and 5, we have Greenall and Dansbury that are going to be coming in for second and third. Ooh, that finish there for lanes 4 and 5 is a demonstration of why you need your stroke count. Good finish by both girls, but a little shaky. Stroke count would have really helped out there.
On to event 17 with Ethan Froman in lane 1, Henry Dolga in lane 2, Luke Devlin from Nine Oaks in lane 3, Jojo Falco in lane 4 from Skippack, and Aiden Keaveney from Nine Oaks. Apologies on that.
Yeah, some of the names are a little difficult, especially when there are swimmers that aren't on any of the teams that you're involved with. So we do apologize if we make any faux pas with the names. Looking at this event, we've got Luke Devlin in lane 3 with almost about a second and a half above everybody else in the heat. And then we got good old Jojo Falco from Skippack in lane 4 with a 19.62. That's the next closest here. So if you want to look for something to keep an eye on during the race, I would take a look at those two guys in lanes 3 and 4. But then lanes 1, 2, and 5 are all within about half a second of each other. So we have a lot of interesting things going on in this race.
And if Devlin, the last name sounds familiar, his brother, I believe, won the earlier event 15. So he's trying to one-up his brother.
Yeah, well, the sibling rivalries are sometimes the biggest. All right, looks like we got lane 3 with Devlin with first place, lane 4 with good old Jojo Falco, and in lane 5, Aiden Keaveney.
about a bomb to Curry?
Yep. Here it is.
Oh! You gotta be kidding me! Oh my! Unbelievable! Oh my! Oh! Wow! What a pass by Marshall!
Damn!
He's auditioning for Jalen Hurts' job.
Yeah! And Curry! Oh! That may be the play of my broadcasting career, seeing that.
This is the year you're going to improve your game. No excuses. And the pros at Blackwood Golf Academy are here to help. With their 23-acre all-grass driving range, full-service pro shop, and computerized swing analysis, Blackwood Golf Academy will get your game up to par. Need lessons? Individual and group instruction with head pro Chris Carr will shave strokes off your game and make you the envy of your next foursome. Blackwood Golf Academy, a country club setting open to the public, adjacent to Blackwood Golf Course in Douglasville.
On to event 18, girls 9, 10, 25-meter backstroke. In lane 1 is Kylie Chain from Skipback. Ivy Carey is in lane 2 out of Laurelwood. Rashi Patel from Nine Oaks in lane 3. Caitlin Kolesic in lane 4 from North End. And Riley Devlin in lane 5 from Nine Oaks. Four swimmers within a half second of each other.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. Pretty exciting looking race we got going on here. Rashi Patel in lane 3 has about a head length, but it looks like lane 2, Ivory Carey, closest to the screen here, is going to sneak in there. Boom.
I believe it went Ivy, Rashi, and Caitlin. On to the 50s now. Event 19, boys 11, 12, 50-meter backstroke. In lane 1, we have Adam Ralstone from North End. Bennett Smith in lane 2, followed by Lucas Gross, both from Bellwood. Jackson Wagonseller from Hillside in lane 4, and Dylan Whitmer in lane 5 from Skipback.
Yes, as you mentioned before, we're going from 25s to 50s, which is going to make this a little bit more of a difficult event because we're adding the turn into it. So you want to pay attention here to the backstroke turns because it must be a continuous turn once the swimmer decides to go into the turn. Looks like we've got good turns across the board. You always want to take a look at the guys wearing the white shirts. If the arm goes up, something went wrong. Now we got lane 3 with about a body length lead with Lucas Gross from Bellwood. And then it looks like in lane 2 for Bellwood with Smith and then Wagonseller from Hillside are going to be bringing it in with second and third.
Here with event 20, heat 3 of 3, Rory Conning from Nine Oaks is in lane 1, Kira Hauk in lane 2 from Laurelwood, Alexis Zukarev in lane 3 from Nine Oaks. From Laurelwood, Melanie Huggins in lane 4, and Emery Sutton in lane 5 for Skipback.
Yeah, so we have Alexis Zukarev in lane 3 with a little over 3-second differential between her time and the rest of the pack. So take a look to her, take a little bit of a commanding lead. But I have to say, lane 2, Kira Hauk, and lane 4, Melanie Huggins are giving her a run for her money. Now here is a great example of how the turn can really make a big difference. Going into that turn, Zukarev had a lead. Coming out of it, she's almost 3 body lengths at this point, definitely 2. So that's a great example of a good turn.
Looks like it's going to be a fight for second between 2 teammates, between Kira and Melanie. Kira gets second and Melanie third.
Fantastic job.
Event 9 now, the boys 8 and under 25-meter freestyle. In lane 1, bottom of your screen from Bellwood, we have Brooks Hobbs. Lane 2, Skipback, Caleb Sands. Lane 3, Landon Devlin from Nine Oaks. Lane 4, Ben Tyver from Bellwood. Lane 5 from Nine Oaks, Hank Devlin. And in lane 6, Daniel Builder.
All right, we got a tight one across the board here, Jim. Nice finish. I'm going to say that maybe lane 3 got that one, but I'm going to leave that one up to the judges.
Gotta love the 8 and under finish when they pop their heads up and look around to see what they did. I love it.
All right, folks. So we got Heat 4 of 4, Hobbs in lane 1, Sands in 2, Devlin in 3, Tiver in 4, Devlin in 5, and Bilger in lane 6.
Here we are, event 10 girls, 8 and under, 25-meter freestyle. In lane 1, bottom of your screen, skip back. Piper Kowalski, lane 2, Hillside, Nora Mason, lane 3, Emily Morris from skip back, lane 4, Tegan Clementoni from skip back, lane 5, Madeline Gillespie from Nine Oaks, and in lane 6 from North End, Lillian McConnell.
All right, so we got 3 out of 6 from skip back here, and in lane 3, Emily Morris seems to be pulling away. Lane 5 is holding on for second place, but we got some push from lane 4 as well. So let's see what happens here. Great job by the girls there. Good finish from 4 and 6 to try to get lane 5. We'll be interested to see what happens there.
Here with a small event, only 2 swimmers decided to swim breaststroke today. It is event 21, boys 8 and under 25-meter breaststroke. In lane 3 is Ben Tiver. And in lane 4 is Maze Boschert, both from Bellwood.
Yeah, this is one of those mono-a-mono kind of races. One of the neat things to see while the guys are sitting there waiting for the race to start is them just kind of yucking it up back and forth. Big difference between the 2 times, so obviously there's going to be a little bit of a discrepancy here in the race, but it looks like the 2 guys are riled up and ready to go, 2 teammates in the same age group, so it should be a fun race to watch.
I know as a swimmer, some of my favorite races were not against another team, but somebody on my own team that I would practice with day in, day out.
Yeah, no, for sure. And off they go. Very good pull-outs. All right, nice looking stroke by both of them. Both swimmers glide, which I love to see. As being a former breaststroker myself, I like watching breaststroke when the swimmer glides. There are some swimmers that don't use the glide as much, and that's, that can be their strength. Sometimes turnover is what it is, but I just love a nice long gliding breaststroke, and both these guys do that. Nice looking strokes. Excellent job from both.
Pottstown continues with their man-to-man. Quick hands by Sadiq.
Oh! What a block! Julius Marshall. That got the place rocking.
Wow, Sadiq winding up.
And Julius said, not now.
That is a PCTV instant classic right there. Wow.
You're not dunking on me. I'm not being posterized.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
Here we go, event 11, boys, 9, 10, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1, bottom of your screen, Nine Oaks, Owen Murrow. Lane 2, Samuel Kuiper from Nine Oaks. You know what? This is all Nine Oaks. Lane 3, Luke Devlin. Lane 4, Patrick Strauss. Lane 5, Alexander Shishkov. Lane 6, Joshua Springwell. And this will be 2 laps of the pool, Mike.
Yeah, and this is going to be fun because this is going to be a lot of bragging rights. This is all Nine Oaks. So this is bragging rights for the 12 or 10 and under boys here.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And again, we've said this a couple of times already, just shows the depth of Nine Oaks right now in these younger age groups. And this is fantastic, seeing all these teammates competing against each other for the league title.
Yeah, which is also cool to see too, because later on they'll all be in the same relay. It's good stuff. Great job by Nine Oaks.
Right back at it with event 22, only 1 heat again. Sophia Woosh is in lane 2 for Nine Oaks. Piper Kowalski in lane 3 for skipback. Cecilia Palopoli in lane 4 for Nine Oaks, and Maddie Green now from Skip-Pack rounds
This
us
is
out.
another one of those Skip-Pack Nine Oaks events. Two big rivalries, regular season and now. Looks like we've got Kowalski in lane 3 for Skip-Pack with about a body length lead against. Actually, you know what? Lane 5 seems to be coming and making a nice push. Greenall, the teammate of Kowalski.
And here we are, event 12, girls, 9-10, 50-meter freestyle, heat 4. In lane 1, Davina Oman from Hillside. North End, Caitlin Kalisic from North End. Lane 3, Kennedy Angle from Skip-Pack. Lane 4, Rashi Patel from Nine Oaks. Lane 5, Riley Devlin from Nine Oaks. And lane 6, Sorsha Farrell from Nine Oaks. And Mike, we're going to have quite a race here.
Yeah, looking at lane 3 and 4, we got .02 between the two of them for their seeds times. So we got a real tight one going on here, and this is not disappointing. Looks like Engel's got about
a
head's length.
I wonder if Rashi sees her because she's breathing to the other side.
Oh, man, what a finish. What a finish.
Again, another fun thing of summer is you have two winter teammates who are rivals in summer. You got to love it.
Event 23, boys 9 and 10, a 25-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Henry Dolga from Warwood. In lane 2, Owen Morrow from Nine Oaks. Samuel Kuiper in lane 3 from Nine Oaks. Jojo Falco in lane 4 for Skip-Pack. Alexander Shishkov in lane 5 for Nine Oaks. And Graham Schaefer from Nine Oaks is in lane 6.
All right, so excellent start by the board here. Excellent pull out for lane 4. Good old Jojo Falco there. All right. Jojo's got a nice lead. Kuiper was the one with the top seed here, but it looks like Falco might pull this one out. And I think that all stems from his start.
Here with event 24, girls 9, 10, 25-meter breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Emmy Kropp from Morrowood. Lane 2, Emmy Turner from Morrowood. Lane 3, Kylie Chain from Skip-Pack. Lane 4, Charlie Frayne from Bellwood. Lane 5, Eva Malone from North End. And lane 6, Kenzie Robertson from Hillside.
All right, so the top two seeds here are Chain and Frayne from Skip-Pack and Bellwood. They're about a second apart from each other. You should keep an eye on lane 2 as well, who her seed time is slightly behind Frayne. Breaststroke pull-out is a big part of the turn here. Let's see how the kids do on this. Oh, I'm sorry, this was a 25.
Here we are, event 13. Good finish coming up here for the boys, 11, 12, 50-meter freestyle. Lane 1, Bellwood, Ty Grube. Lane 2, Bennett Smith from Bellwood. Lane 3, Shane Reber from Bellwood. Lane 4, North End, Ryan Rivera. And in lane 5, as you just saw, Tyler Cloutier from Laurelwood. As we get ready here for event 14, the girls 11, 12, 50-meter freestyle, I want to ask you to do us a favor and go ahead and click that subscribe button. Do our guy Gus a favor here at PCTV Network. He does so much for this league, makes this look easy, but I assure you it is not. But here we go for this race going in the water right now. In lane 1 from Nine Oaks, we have Maisie Fletcher. Lane 2, North End, Juliana Kalachik. Lane 3, Nine Oaks, Stella Rose first. Lane 4, Melanie Huggins from Laurelwood. Lane 5, Ariana Koch from Hillside. And in lane 6, Gianna Irvine from North End.
All right, so right now in lane 5, we have Ariana, and then in lane 3, we have Stella Rose first. Going to be a close one between the two of them to see what happens here for the first place.
Oh, again, too close to call, but Stella Rose did a fantastic job finishing or closing that out, and Koch did a great job holding her off. Great race, girls.
Now we're on to the 50s, event 25, boys 11, 12, 50-meter breaststroke. In lane 1 is Julian Gotti from Skip-Pack. Lane 2 is Timur, brother of Akeem, don't know how to pronounce his last name, from Hillside. Ty Grube in lane 4 from Bellwood. Ronan Munley from North End in lane 5, and Alfonso Greco in lane 6.
Yes, as Patrick mentioned, this is now the 50s. I apologize for the 25 mistake there. We've got Ty Grube in lane 4 for Bellwood. He's got a slight lead at the turn here. Lane 2, we have, I think it's Marta Sayak from Hillside. And it looks like it's going to be a battle between those two for first place. Lane 1, Gotti for Skipback, is coming on strong on lane 2.
Great finish by Timur. And I think he touches out Ty.
Welcome to WQ Diner, located here on Route 100 and King Street in beautiful Pottstown. I'm William Quinn, owner here at WQ Diner. We serve the freshest ingredients, all homemade food with exceptional service. We're open daily, 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Breakfast all day, full menu available all day. With homemade food, the best ingredients, and exceptional service. Take a pick from our large assortment of gourmet desserts, baked fresh daily. WQ Diner, the finer diner. I'm William Quinn, owner. Look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Hi, Jeff Bush here, host of Financially Speaking here on PCTV for the past 11 years. I have some exciting news. We are now Wellspring Financial, home of the Wellspring formula. We are here to serve all your financial needs.
Heat 3 of 3 for event 26, girls 11-12 50-meter breaststroke. In lane 1 is Emma Hazel from Nine Oaks. In lane 2 is Finley Washburn from Nine Oaks. In lane 3 is Gianna Herbine from North End, followed by Lucy Malone from North End and Amelia Sharp in lane 5 from Hillside.
We got a tight race right off the bat here, Patrick. And this is probably going to be one of those where the turn and finish are huge.
Breaststroke really comes down to the pullouts coming from a non-breaststroker. I like doing it because I hated breaststroke. Still a tight race. Gianna is slowly pulling ahead.
If you take a look at lane 1 with a nice glide, she's making a move. But it looks like we're going to have it back and forth between 3, 4, 2, 1, and 5.
Event 27, boys 8 and under 25-meter butterfly. Hank Devlin is in lane 2 for Nine Oaks. Landon Devlin is in lane 3 for Nine Oaks. And Caleb Sands is in lane 4 for Skipback.
All right, we got the brothers Devlin in lane 2 and 3, and then Caleb Sands in lane 4. Butterfly, beautiful stroke when it's done properly, and all three boys here are doing an excellent job. Devlin in lane 3 looks like he's going to take first place, with his brother bringing in second place, and then Sands from Skipback with third.
It's time for the girls. Event 28, girls 8 and under 25-meter butterfly. In lane 2 is Lillian McConnell from North End. Emily Morris is in lane 3 from Skipback. Sophia Woosh is in lane 4 for Nine Oaks. Eliana Brassington is in lane 5 for Skipback. And Cecilia Palapoli is in lane 6 for Nine Oaks.
All right, so we got Emily Morris in lane 3 for Skipback with the top-seeded time. But lane 4, Sophia Luke is giving her a good challenge right now. Coming into the wall, it looks like we have lanes 3 and 4 in a tight one, but lane 6, the little outside smoke.
On to event 29, boys 9, 10, 25-meter butterfly. In lane 1 is Joshua Springle from Nine Oaks. In lane 2 is Patrick Strauss from Nine Oaks. Lane 3, Luke Devlin from Nine Oaks. Lane 4, Jojo Falco from Skipback. And lane 5, Aiden Keepney from Nine Oaks.
Okay, so almost an all Nine Oaks event here. Jojo Falco out in lane 4 trying to take this one for Skipback, but a lot of competition from his Nine Oaks foes. We've got Devlin in lane 3. It's going to be back and forth between those two. Excellent finish. Too close for me to call.
Heat 3 of 3 here for girls 9, 10, 25-meter butterfly. In lane 1 is Riley Devlin. Lane 2, Ivy Carey from Laurelwood. Lane 3, Rashid Patel from Nine Oaks. Lane 4 is Kennedy Engel from Skipback. Lane 5 is Davina Oman from Hillside. And lane 6 is Emmy Crop from Laurelwood.
All right, so the top seed here, Rashid Patel with a 15.82 there in lane 3. Kennedy Engel in lane 4 from Skipback with the next highest seeded time. But we got Ivy Carey from Laurelwood out in lane 2 making a move.
On to the 50s for the butterfly. Event 31, boys 11, 12, 50-meter butterfly. In lane 4 is Tyler Cloutier. And in lane 5 is Kerwin Balkin from Hillside.
All right, mano a mano here. All right, good start by both swimmers. Lane 4, how do you say that one again? He's one of yours, right?
Yes, Tyler Cloutier.
Cloutier? All right, he had a great start. But Kerwin's making a good push coming into the turn. Let's see how things go.
And
pretty
such
close.
a young age for butterfly, it's kind of who can hold on.
You're right. The old hold on for dear life kind of thing. This is going to be a tight one here. Kerwin seems to be making a little bit of a push, but Tyler's holding on. Let's see what happens from the flags in. Great finish by lane 4 or lane 5. Great job, fellas.
On to event 32, girls 11, 12, 50-meter butterfly. In lane 2 is Evelyn Sachowski from Laurelwood. In lane 3 is Stella Rose First from Nine Oaks. In lane 4, Ariana Koch from Hillside. And in lane 5, Kira Hauk from Laurelwood.
All right, so seed time, we have Stella Rose First with the highest seed time of a 33.54, and in lane 4, Ariana Koch with a 38.05. But lane 4, Ariana is really giving First a run for her money here. Seed times are out the window here. Lane 5, Hauk, and lanes 2, Tchaikovsky for Laurelwood are neck and neck. First is going to pull it out with a fantastic push by Koch at the end there, and then Laurelwood with third and fourth.
Now on to event 33, boys 8 and under 100-meter freestyle relay. In lane 2, we have Bellwood. In lane 3, Laurelwood. Lane 4, Skipback. And in lane 5, Hillside. Ben McCormick will lead us off for Bellwood, followed by Elliot Curtis for Laurelwood, Cooper Ford for Skipback, and Daniel Bilger for Hillside.
Yeah, I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for their patronage for the PCTV YouTube channel. We'd like to see as many people subscribe. Gus does an excellent job. PCTV has really provided an awesome opportunity for a lot of swimmers and a lot of athletes in general in our Pottstown greater area here. So just want to say thanks again to all the patronage from the people that have been watching the meets the past couple of days. Spread the word. PCTV on YouTube is the place to be. Please subscribe. Thank you. So as we mentioned before, for the first round of relays at the beginning of the meet, the swimmers at Nine Oaks are required to start in the water on the opposite end of the pool because the water is not deep enough for them to dive in. So the side that has the blocks is deep enough, so the swimmers are allowed to dive in, but the swimmers will be starting in the pool on the far side. Laurelwood with the top seed time here with a 130.62. Skipback with the second seed time of 132.01. Bellwood with 137.36, and then Hillside in lane 5 with a 143.09.
Tight race so far. Maze Boschert from Bellwood's going to go second, followed by Brendan Carey in Laurelwood, Henry Minisalco for Skipback, and Cole Kortulski for Hillside.
Yeah, seed times are always thrown out the window, I feel like, in championships because you just never know who's going to be there. And right now, if you take a look at lane 2 for Bellwood, we got Maze Boschart making a serious push.
Ben Tiver dives in for Bellwood, followed by Ben Kaplan for Laurelwood. Then it's Matt Kajwaski for Skipback, and then it is James Hobbins for Hillside.
All right, so lane 2 is really pulling away from the rest of the pack here. We got a tight one between lane 4 and 5, and then we got Laurelwood in lane 3.
Asa Oman's going to try to bring it home for Bellwood. Then it's Caleb Sands. Oh, no, apologies. Brooks Hobbs is bringing it home for Bellwood. Then it's Eddie Thompson for Laurelwood, followed by Caleb Sands for skipback, and then Asa Oman.
All right, lane 2, Bellwood with a seed time of 1:37.36 is going to get first place here. Laurelwood is going to get third, and then it's too close. I'm going to give that, I'm going to say lane 4 got that, but that was a real tight finish there. Excellent swim, fellas.
Now we're on to event 34, girls 8 and under 100-meter freestyle relay. In lane 2, we have Laurelwood. In lane 3, we have skipback. Maggie Kenny is going to lead us off for Laurelwood, and then it's Maddie Greenow for skipback.
All right, great start by lane 3 and skipback. Maggie Kenny for Laurelwood in lane 2.
Piper Kowalski is going to go second for skipback. Then it's Savannah Yorgi for Laurelwood.
All right, so Piper with a good start. Really want to focus on the least amount of breaths that you can on these real quick sprint events. So if you notice there, for skipback, she's not breathing nearly as often as she would if it would be a long distance event.
Ava Shiren is going to go off for skipback. Then it is, nope, Ava is going off for Laurelwood, and then Tegan is going off for skipback.
All right, Clementoni for skipback is bringing it into Emily Morris. And Sheeran for Laurelwood in lane 2. Nice smooth stroke for lane 3.
Maddie Suchowski is going to bring it home for Laurelwood.
Excellent finish there by skipback. You know, one of the things that is important to look for when you're watching the freestyle events is how the swimmers handle what they do from the flags in particular on the finish. One of the biggest things that your coach will tell you as a swimmer is don't breathe from the flags in. And I can tell you, I don't know how many times I've said it, it still doesn't always happen, but it's the little things, folks, with swimming that really make a big difference.
And now it's event 35, boys 9-10 100-meter freestyle relay. Nine Oaks is in lane 1, Bellwood lane 2. Lane 3 is Nine Oaks also. Lane 4 is Laurelwood. Lane 5 is Hillside. And lane 6 is Nine Oaks.
Nine Oaks real heavy in the 10 and under boys this year. They have 3 relays in the top heat. Fantastic job by Nine Oaks this year.
Alexander Shishkov's in lane 3, and Ethan Frauman is in lane 1. They're in the lead right now, followed by Henry Dolga in lane 4 for Laurelwood.
And so Nine Oaks has almost 2 body lengths against the second place team, which is also Nine Oaks in lane 1. Lane 4 for Laurelwood is going to be bringing up third, making a bit of a push on lane 1.
Sam Kuiper is going to try to keep the lead for Nine Oaks. So is Luke Washburn, but Aiden Sabo is going to try to dig into it.
Yeah, and Aiden's making a good push. I was going to mention that I fear that he can't see lane 1, but he clearly did because he's caught up and he's put Laurelwood in second place going into the final leg of this relay.
Ben Metz is going to try to hold on to second, fighting off Jackson Peters all the way in lane 6.
All right, lane 1 and lane 4 battling it out for second place, and lane 6 making a big push at what I'm going to give that one.
Laurelwood just holds on to it.
I'm going to say Laurelwood gets that one for second place. Nine Oaks for third. Fantastic job, fellas.
And now it's time for event 36, girls 9-10 100-meter freestyle relay. In lane 1 is Skipback, lane 2 Bellwood, lane 3 Nine Oaks, lane 4 North End, lane 5 Hillside, and lane 6 Laurelwood.
Good start by all swimmers across the board, but lane 4, North End's Caitlin Kelisic with a fantastic start.
It's 11 minutes left, and we are 2 races away from the end of the swim season. I don't know how that makes you feel, but I'm pretty
All right, so lane 4's North End is going to continue with the lead here. Really tight between lanes 1, 2, and 5. Skip back in lane 1, Bellwood in lane 2, and then we got Hillside out in lane 5, making a push for lane 4.
Talia Hernandez is in for North End. Then it is Kennedy Engel in for Skip back lane 1.
Kennedy Engel had a fantastic start there. She just put Skip back in first place with that start. Sorry to interrupt.
Kit Kowalski is going to try to bring it home for Skip back after getting the lead. Then it's Lucia Catalano in for North End. But lane 5, Hillside, is trying to make a push as well. Davina Oman.
All right, so lane 1, Kowalski. It looks like she's going to bring it home for Skip back. Lane 4 and 5. Okay, lane 4 with second place, 5 with third. Fantastic job across the board, ladies. Fantastic swim.
Second to last event for the meet. It is event 37, boys 11-12 200-meter freestyle relay. Lane 2 is Hillside, lane 3 is Bellwood, lane 4 is Laurelwood, and lane 5 is North End.
As I said before, seed time's out the window here. I don't think the top seeded team has won any of these relays yet. All right, so the top seed for this event is going to be lane 3, Bellwood, with a 2:21.
Lucas Gross is in the lead for Bellwood right now.
Laurelwood's Ethan Parada making a nice little move on Lucas Gross there. And then in lane 2 for Hillside, Oman, about half a body length behind lane 4. And then Alfonso Greco out there in lane 5 for North End.
Henry McCormick dives in for Bellwood. Then it is Declan Sabo in for Laurelwood and Graham Lorian for Hillside.
So Bellwood's lane 3, Henry McCormick with a nice smooth stroke, stretching it out, trying to increase the lead against lanes 2, 3. Lane 2, Hillside making a little bit of a push. Lanes 4 and 5 getting neck and neck here. Great start by lane 5.
Jackson Wagenseller is in for Bellwood right now. Then it's Ty Gruben for Bellwood. Then it's Xander Stoltzfus in for Laurelwood and Adam Rolstone in for North End.
Rolstone with that fantastic start out there in lane 5 to take the lead over lane 4. We got Wagenseller in lane 2 for Hillside.
Bennett Smith is in for Bellwood. And Tamor in for Hillside, followed by Ryan Rivera and Tyler Cloutier for Laurelwood.
Okay, so it looks like lane 3 Bellwood's going to run away with this one, and lane 2 is going to cruise in there for second place. Great turn by lane 5. Lane 4 and 5 were in a bit of a tight race there, but lane 5, Ryan Rivera with a fantastic turn to pull about a body length ahead of lane 4's Tyler Cloutier.
Now it is time for the last event of the Tri-County season. After many delays, postponements, not even all of our dual meets finished. Event 38, girls 11-12 200-meter freestyle relay. Lane 1 is Laurelwood, lane 3 is Nine Oaks, lane 4 is Skipback, and lane 5 is North End.
Yes, folks, the final event of the season, and what a great season it has been.
Certainly one for the books.
That's for sure. That's for sure. We got a sister combination here in lane 1 with Hauk and Hauk for Laurelwood. All right, great start across the board for all 4 swimmers. Right now, Nine Oaks Holzel has about half a body length lead going into the turn. Lane 5, Malone for North End with a great turn there. She is about half a body length behind lane 3 and about a half a body length ahead of lane 4. And then out there in lane 1, we've got Hauck for Laurelwood.
Rory Conning dives in for Nine Oaks. Then it is Casey Witzel for North End, followed by Isla Seo and Mackenzie Hauck.
All right, so Seo for lane 4 and Weitzel in lane 5 got a little bit of a battle going on here. Lane 3, Rory Conning with about a 2 body length lead against lanes 4 and 5. Lane 1 still making a push on lane 4. So we got another Hauck there in lane 1 for Laurelwood.
Finley Washburn's going to try to hold on to the lead for Nine Oaks. Gianna Herbine's going to try to make a push, but Lily Gordon is going to try to dig into that lead as well.
All right, so we got a back and forth going on between lanes 4 and 5. We got Lily Gordon for skip back in lane 4, Gianna Herbine in lane 5 for North End. Let's see how they do with the turn here. All right, Herbine with a fantastic turn there. Go from a half a body length to almost a full body length on that turn. But Gordon is making a push back.
Alexis Zukarev's in for Nine Oaks, but the real battle is going to be between Brooklyn Ryan and Juliana Kelsick.
Yeah, heading into the water, Kelsick had about a half a body length lead. She's got almost a full body length at this point, but let's see how things work out with the turn.
Melanie Huggins is also going to try to get in there as well.
Fantastic turn out there by Kelsick in lane 5 for North End. I think about the 4th or 5th time I've said something about North End's turns, but they're doing something right out there at North End with their freestyle flip turns because they've been fantastic today.
Melanie
Well
Huggins
done, coaches.
is fighting back for 3rd place. Going to be close.
Oh, that is a close one. Great finish to a great season.
At O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
OWM can assist in any aspect of a real estate transaction. We're here to protect your interests, representing builders and developers from a wide array of projects.
We provide agreements of sale, negotiate, draft, and then provide the agreement.
From multifamily to commercial shopping centers to large housing developments.
OWM Law.
Your life,
your business, your law firm.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
Well, here we are at Nine Oaks in beautiful Collegeville, Pennsylvania, and we just concluded the final event of the A Championships, which will then also conclude championships for the full Tri-County, and thus concludes the season for the 2025 Tri-County Swim League. And I have to say, it's been one of the more interesting seasons that I've been involved with. Fantastic swims by all teams and all swimmers across the board. The effort by the swimmers has been fantastic, but the weather's really been a challenge. And you are a coach for Laurelwood, so you experienced a lot of the challenges. You want to share a couple of things that you experienced during the season with the weather challenges, and then maybe anything that stuck out as like a real positive for you this year?
Yeah, I swam before I coached as well, and this was certainly one of the worst years for weather, and it was kind of hard to keep the kids focused during the meets on not looking up in the sky to see a big dark cloud. Sometimes it was hard to keep them focused, but we kept fun, and I think it overall went well.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you know, one of the things I wanted to say was, a big thank you to the coaches, because as Patrick just said, trying to keep these guys focused with all of the things that have been happening with the weather is extremely difficult. And the coaches really did a nice job making sure that they kept the kids focused and doing what they needed to do throughout the course of the season. Also, a big thanks to the parents that were flexible to get the kids back and forth between all those swim meets, and then also to the high ups that run the league. Done a fantastic job with a lot of very difficult decisions. But one other thing I wanted to touch on, and Patrick, you said it as well, and I think it's really important, that emphasis on fun. You said that you guys tried to make things as fun as possible to keep the kids focused, and that really is the name of the game of summer swimming.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Yeah. So fantastic job to everyone, and Patrick, it was a blast.
You as well.
Yep, and have a great rest of the summer, folks.
Welcome to Theo's Gyros.
Hi, Martha, and this is my brother, Donnie. Our father, Theo, started the business here at Quakertown Farmers Market 34 years ago. Initially, he started the business in Bethlehem on Broad Street back in 1980.
We've also been doing Music Fest for about 40 years. Also Celtic. We grew up in this business. We're happy to bring a little bit of grease to our customers here in the Quakertown Farmers Market.
And if you want true, authentic gyros, the best gyros you've ever had, come here to us at Quakertown Farmers Market. You won't be disappointed.
And we also like to thank all of the customers for coming here for many, many years. Thank you.
Hi folks, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. How can I help you today?
I get a gyro, no onions.
Of course. Anything to drink for today?
I'll have a birch beer.
Yes, sir. We only have one size. Is that okay?
Yep.
Great. Any fries or pierogies for today?
Side fries.
Yes, sir. I'm Theo, and I help out my aunt and uncle at Theo's Gyros. My grandfather and my grandmother started this restaurant 30 plus years ago, and we're still going strong. Thank you for coming in.
I'd like to say, in my best Brooklyn accent, Theo's is the best. We've been coming here for 20 plus years, 35 miles from Clinton, New Jersey. We've been to Athens, my wife and I, and we asked for a gyro, and we concluded that Theo's was better, and we've told them. Theirs is the best. The service here is wonderful. Theo, little Theo, who's about 6 foot, Maria, Joy, Martha, and Don. You couldn't ask for better people. You leave here with a smile.
Once again, we are a family-run business started by our father, Theo, and our mother, Maria. Family is everything to us. Come be part of our family. Kali Orexi.